Yup, I'm healing. Kinda. Trying. Sorta. Back in therapy, baby. Reporting for the order. It's Michelle in the middle, where the chaos is real. We laugh, we cry, we try. It's time to talk about how we feel. It's Michelle in the middle, where the chaos is real. We laugh, we cry, we try. It's time to talk about how we feel.
All right, so I've typically been recording my ramblings the day of my therapy session, but yesterday I was exhausted. And this is not a scheduled thing. It's more of a audio journal, I guess. Excuse me. So the session, again, it's been a day or so I've had to process. It was really talking about boundaries. Well, not even boundaries. Walls. The session was about walls. And the way it came up was rather organic. We were focused on, excuse me, how closed off I am to the world, right? And well, that's kind of how we ended. It started with what have you been doing outside of the house? Have you done anything to meet people? This, that, and the other. Because she's aware that I work from home, so I don't have to leave the house to go to work. I work remote, so I'm not interacting with people on a regular basis that's not work related. And the question was, well, what are you doing intentionally? What are you doing to meet people? And the answer was nothing. So then she asked, well, are you dating anybody? And the answer was no. Do I have a desire to date? Actually, right now, I don't. Do I want to find partnership in a healthy relationship? Yes, I do. Do I feel I'm at the right place right now to do that? I'm probably not. Probably not. So yeah, she asked if I was dating. I said no. Have I gone out the house? No. Have I done anything to? Excuse me, I'm tired, y'all. To meet people, whatever. The answer was no. So she said, "Well, you're rather isolated, don't you think?" And I was like, tomato. You call it isolation, I call it peace. But as we dug deeper into it, we started to uncover different areas where I've intentionally set up my system to be very closed off. Or as she says, you have a closed system. Like your house is a fortress. Very little amounts. You invite nobody to your home. You keep your kids close by. And all of these things, well, close by meaning home. All right. So yeah, keeping them close meaning home. And it works out for them, right? Two of them are in school. So I think that's okay. But I can see where she was coming from. There is the concern of safety, dealing with the grief issue, right? And wanting to keep things close to me because I've lost so many things, so many people. And the world, for me personally, has not been safe. So wanting them to protect them from that. So I saw where she was going. And if we were on a crime documentary, we would have all the red lines from all the different parts of my life, all kind of coming into this one space of safety or the need for safety. What does that mean? So yeah, walls. building up all these walls to protect myself and my family. And the walls might not look as obvious, right? Having a very intense career is a wall, right? It gives me excuses not to engage outside of that. So it's a wall. Being in this PhD program, being so busy with all the assignments and reading and the things, it's another example of a wall, because it gives me an excuse not to come outside of my cocoon, or my closed network, as she calls it. Using the term introvert is a wall, because it gives me an excuse not to interact. Now, I am an introvert, absolutely, but sometimes using that can also be an excuse to not even make attempts, because I just say it's because I'm an introvert. So I've created all of these walls, or fortress, for protection. And I never looked at all these different things, right? Yeah, I'm fully aware that I have a high functioning person that has these mental health challenges with anxiety and things of that nature, and grief and trauma, post-traumatic stress, blah, blah, blah. But it's like, okay, but because of the walls, I've been able to excel in various areas. But with that acceleration in various areas, I have not allowed myself to heal. So that's where we're at, the walls. But what about the homework? What am I supposed to do? So she wants me to find social things to do outside of the home by myself, which I have no problem doing things by myself. I do things by myself most of the time, but she wants me to do things with the intention of interacting and connecting with other people. That doesn't sound fun to me. That doesn't sound like anything I want to do. However, I guess because it's therapy, I get what she's saying. Yo, I'm tired. I don't know. This just seems to be a lot. And I get that the more work I do in therapy, the more closer I will get to addressing these things that could be potentially holding me back in certain areas. But it just seems like a lot. You know, you got to grieve. You got to feel emotions. You got to identify the emotions. You got to stop isolating and interact with people. And to be 100% transparent, people are annoying to me. I'm not going to sit here and lie. For the most part, I mean, there's cool people out there, obviously. But for whatever reason, I don't seem to find them. I don't know. So have I started my homework? I have not. There was one place I wanted to go check out, dance, because, movement helps with stress relief as well. So I'll put that on my list, I guess. Maybe after this rambling here, I'll do some of my homework that she wants me to do. But I guess my question is for y'all. Like, do you have walls that you didn't know there were walls? You have a fortress up to protect yourself that you didn't know that's what that was. I'm just I'm learning that there's a lot of people who are able to relate to some things that I've been saying, so that makes me feel good that this audio journaling, I guess, in a sense, allows people to see that there's others going through the same thing. But I don't know. I guess too, hearing from other people who are on the other side of this. Like, I don't want to freaking run this race, right? And then look up and realize I was on a treadmill and I didn't get any distance at all. I'm hoping I'm actually getting closer to the finish line. And I'm not a rat in a cage or a hamster in a wheel, because this is a lot of work. And I've been doing the same things for safety for a very long time. And it's like, okay, what's the return on investment for coming outside of the cocoon? What's the return on investment for stepping outside of this closed network when this whole time this is what's been safe for me? So these are just some things I'm pondering. Some people call it isolation. I call it keeping to myself. And it's peaceful here inside the cocoon. But I guess, yeah, no one said therapy was easy. It kind of sucks here. Like it doesn't suck in my cocoon because this is safe to me. It sucks in the sense of I have to come out for what? Can I just heal inside here? But I guess that's not an option. Or is it? I don't know. And this has really turned into a rambling session. So if you gotten this far, thanks. Sorry. Well, yeah, apparently walls are not as obvious all the time as what some might think. Sometimes your walls are created by the things that you do. Isolation, your career path, your schooling, if that's where you're going, or excuses on personalities. So, interesting. It's all very interesting to me. But I'll let you know how next week goes. Maybe I'll record this when I'm not so tired. All right, you all take care and stay safe.